Add an event, you'll see it listed here either under your prospective clients or your active events. To the right of it you will notice a folder link. This is how you access the specific event folder. Now I'm within the event folder for the Bolton wedding. You'll see the event name listed here. You'll see that there's guest management section, finances, time management, printing, and utilities. Within the guest management section, we have the master guest list, sub-event details, inviting the guest to the sub-events, RSVPs, and table assignments. The master guest list is used to enter your guest list by clicking the Add button here and entering the guest detail information, or you can import the guest list. If I go to the utilities screen, I can open my file, and this is a text file where my client has entered the guest list. I check off that the first row are column names. I auto map since I used the file that I received from Frogware that's already formatted, and then I click import. So it tells me it's added 19 couples. 19 have been added to the guest list. I click OK, and now I can go back and here's my guest list with all of their information. Now once you have your guest list in here, you can indicate if they have a role in this event. This happens to be a wedding, so the roles are going to be related to weddings. If you're doing another type of event, this list of roles will change and can be customized by you through the setup screens. The category, you can assign a category now to each of the guests. Enter phone numbers and enter children, email information. Again, if you have the email address in here, this will enable the email link here so that you can send an email directly from the software. Once you have your guest list, you can go to the sub-event detail screen. This is where you can enter information about these two sub-events, or however many sub-events you're managing. For each sub-event, you can keep track of the menu selections. We can come in and say that the menus are going to be required, and we will have an option of chicken, beef, maybe a kid's meal. So now this is now the menu tied to this particular sub-event. There's also a timeline for each sub-event. This timeline, this is the standard that comes with the software, and you can customize this through the setup screens. So here you can indicate what time each of these things will be occurring. You could also indicate which song would be associated with it, and there is a song list in here if you would like to see the sample song list and select from one of these. And any notes you'd like to have here associated with this particular step in the event. So again, for each sub-event you have menu and timeline. You can check off which guests should be invited to this sub-event. You can also keep track of RSVPs if you'd like. For each of the different sub-events, you can keep track of who will be attending and their menu selection. This allows you to print place cards, print the menu selection reports, and keep track of this information for your client. Again, you have your running totals over here, how many were invited and how many have responded, and travel information if there are guests coming in from out of town, when they're arriving, if they require to be picked up, what hotel they're staying in, and any notes you have. This allows you to print a hotel room list to block off rooms that you could give to the hotel. Once you've done your RSVPs, you can do table assignments either through the EventMagick Pro software or through the RoomMagick Pro software. Here I will add some tables. As I click Add, it adds the tables. I can adjust how many seats will be at each table. And my RSVP'd guests will show up here, and I can simply drag them over and drop them at a table where I'd like them seated. I can pick them up and move them to another table, or I can unseat them if I would like. After you've completed this, you could print out the table assignments by guest, by table, with menu selections, and also the place cards.